our little bathroom closet, and I painted it, which I need to probably touch it up, but I actually originally had 2 shelves going across. They were just 1 shelf a piece. So I said to myself, like, what could I do to utilize the space more? So I actually got rid of the extra 2 because it was just like a pain to reach behind and grab everything. So this ended up working out a lot better. Plus the baskets fit perfect. And as you can tell, I went a little basket crazy. I wanted everything to kind of match. I actually had a lot of the baskets laying around, holding other stuff that didn't really need to be stored necessarily. So it worked out perfect. And then I got these at Target, this at a thrift store, that at a thrift store. But anyway, so let me start with organization. For me, it's out of sight, out of mind, and having it categorized works really well. So I have our hamper, and then our towel hamper and rags so that it can breathe and doesn't get stinky. And it just looks nice. I got this big thing to hold a lot of toilet paper because the bag just looked gross. And the husband's area, we'll just skip right past that because he's not as organized as I am, but at least it's together. I got this little area for me. It's like face mask. I got these reusable makeup pads and stuff that are amazing, so I don't have to have cotton balls. And I just had a glass cup laying around, so I put all my hair stuff in there. This is woman products, and this is my basket. As you can tell, I hung this little dude up because I didn't want to put him in here. And I'll get more into detail about this in a little bit because I actually just downsized on a lot of stuff, and I want to show you a trick to kind of help me with that. And as far as towels, there's 2 of us, so I have 5 towels. I decided to go with all white because I could bleach them and they'll last longer. And for me, 5 towels is actually just enough for us. So I don't know. I know a lot of people have a lot of towels. I used to, but that's one of my projects for being more minimal, was just to have 5, nothing excessive, and I wash them constantly and stuff. So I got this nice organizer to take up way less space, and it's holding like floss, hair products, razors, and it just fits perfectly, and I can see it. I know what it is. And then I got this little basket at a thrift store, and it was perfect because it just fit everything. I got really lucky with it. This is my Epsom salts in a jar because I don't like the bag. This is like my relax bath time. Got my bath bombs. Obviously I need to get more, but you know, and it works for me because I can just grab it if I need it. And then up here, excessive toilet paper because my family was looking out for us and we still have quite a bit. So don't judge on that. And then these are a mess. I'm not gonna lie. I need to figure out a better way to store stuff, but this is like all extra stuff, medical stuff, like medicines and stuff too. So it's just kind of like I have a dehumidifier in there, but at least I don't see it. And I know when I need to get it down. It is a nightmare to go through, so that might be something I'll work on later. But for now, this is as far as I got. And I wanted to show you what I did because sometimes baskets, I mean, like his is overflowing and it drives me crazy. And then mine's pretty much organized. I wanted to show you a trick. All right, so instead of having everything thrown in here, and it's very minimal, I just purged a bunch of makeup and stuff, but still, this tips over, it doesn't sit straight. So I came up with a pretty cool idea because I don't have, money to keep buying a bunch of stuff to organize. I try to utilize what I have around the house, so sometimes I get creative. So this was a shoebox lid, and it was too big to fit in there just as is. And I was like, okay, well, you know, some of these things are like retractable. They make really cool dividers, which I do have as well in other areas, but this just works perfectly. So what I thought was, why not? Because it's an easy solution and it could work for you as well. So sorry for the mess. I wanted to do this for you. All right, so I cut it in half and then I fit it perfectly to fit there. So now the things actually do sit up straight and just doesn't make me as crazy. So that might be something that you could use. And I have very little makeup, as you can tell. I stopped wearing makeup. It's helped me a lot with my journey of being more of a minimalist. But yeah, so that is a good idea for me. I've done this actually in a few other places like drawers and stuff, and I'll show you that later. But instead of spending a bunch of money on getting drawer organizers and baskets, sometimes try to think outside the box and try to utilize something that you already have at home. Something as simple as a glass cup to put your makeup in. Like this one, I just literally threw everything in there, but now I can just reach into it and I know where it is. I've got my tweezers hanging up on the side. You know, I mean, it just works. But if you think about it, like things like this that you can get at a thrift store for super cheap, and these were pretty affordable too, but a lot of times you have to work with what you have. So shoe boxes or whatever works. I am just to the point where I want everything kind of cohesive in the house. So this is the route that I went. And again, I had these two big baskets for a while with other stuff in them that I actually didn't need. And I'll get into that later because I actually got rid of a lot of stuff in my closet. So I figured why not use them? And they hold a lot of stuff. They fit perfect. And it just looks very organized and cohesive. And it works out perfectly for me. I probably could do a few more tweaks to it. Maybe we can work on this together. I'll come up with a solution. But for now, it was just like, get things together. Try not to get overwhelmed with the situation, one step at a time. I'm impatient and it's hard, but sometimes you just have to do one step at a time. You figure out a solution for one thing and then it kind of just starts flowing. The creativity will start flowing and you'll figure out a better system. Again, you'll try things that won't work and then you'll find another way to make it work. So before you go out and start buying things, stop and think about what you have around the house that you could use. Do you have a basket somewhere that is holding something that you're not using? Or a shoebox, or whatever, a cup, you name it. You can get creative. But the biggest part of this is going through things and categorizing it and getting rid of things you don't need. I don't know about you, but I had a lot of old makeup, medicine, all kinds of nail polish and stuff that I never used. So I ended up getting rid of that and then kind of working with what I knew I needed to store, the things I actually used. Because I didn't want to keep buying a bunch of baskets and stuff for stuff that I would just not use. And that was all about having everything at my hand where I knew where it was. Baskets at least are cheap everywhere now. And you can get them from Amazon and Ross and Target. It just depends on what kind of vibe you're going for. Don't feel pressured to make everything look nice and tidy at first. Just kind of get things organized and categorized and downsized. Then you get to do the fun part, and that's decorating with it.